might be reluctant to complete course evaluations and a counter reason why he or she should do it anyway.
I think one of the biggest fears that students have, especially with evaluations, is the teacher being upset by the answer that they give. And I think a good reason to give your evaluations is just so that teachers know how they're doing and how they can better themselves, because that's why we're here, to help better each other.
Discuss the importance of students having and using a voice when it comes to course evaluations.
Well, it's important to, it's important for the college because it kind of lets them know what classes you want to see at the college. So if you're really enjoying a particular subject, or overall you just want to see a certain class continue being taught, it's good to give that instructor some feedback and lets them know the instructor's doing a great job and that they need to continue doing what they're doing to, bring students and spread education and just overall just be a great institution.
Discuss the importance of students having and using a voice when it comes to course evaluations.
So when it comes to course evaluations, it's important for the students to give their feedback because they know more about the class. Even though the professor knows what he teaches and knows the material, it's the student that learns all the material, and it's important for them to know what's good and what's bad because that's how they feel.
Giving course feedback is easy when you feel strongly in either a negative or a positive way. Provide an example of how feedback can still be given even if you don't feel strongly one way or the other.
A good thing to say for a course evaluation is like the syllabus. When they ask you about the syllabus, just tell them how they didn't give enough information about a specific assignment. Like you had to go specifically to the instructor and ask for more information. Or when you don't particularly understand how they speak during the lecture, maybe ask them to dumb it down for people that don't have a degree in that specific field. It's just, there are small little things that people notice when in a class that you should be able to give feedback on.
Name a reason a student might be reluctant to complete course evaluations and a counter reason why he or she should do it anyway.
Well, it's reluctant because you have students that generally struggle in classes, and with that struggling, you typically want to send out to a teacher what they're missing out on. And teachers really do take that to heart when a student evaluates themselves, because they change up some styles. Like I had a math teacher once before, he said that a student was way too vague in his lessons, and he didn't seem to understand what the teacher was saying, and because of that he drew out more examples to draw in the class, and the kid eventually he was like, oh, I understand it now, after taking the course for a second time with the same professor because he still wanted to give him the same shot.